We are in tough economic times, and in this climate, you need to stand out from the crowd.
From across the country, 16 of Britain's brightest business prospects have come to London.
I'm not interested in any steady eddies or cautious carols. I'm looking for someone who's exceptional.
They're here to compete for a job with a six-figure salary, working for Britain's most belligerent boss.
Where's all your brains then? You, purported as useless. You, purported as doing naff all.
Serial entrepreneur and multi-millionaire Lord Sugar is once again on the hunt for an apprentice.
Some of the stuff I've heard coming out of your mouth is a lot of hot air, so in the interest of climate change, I don't want to hear any more crap.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
To land their dream job,
Time is ticking.
the candidates need to work as teams
I'm confident that I could leave it to any of my
It's
team
not
members.
about me, it's a matter of professionalism.
but shine as individuals.
He is going to batter you, I'm just warning you.
Just gonna flip out in a minute.
Because in the end, there's just one job.
You're fired. You're fired. You've talked yourself out of this. You are fired.
Previously on The Apprentice.
Let's get down to business. You're about to work through the night.
Barely time to take a breath, and it was off to make sausages
Servers, we want some cheap meat.
to sell later the same morning.
Who is doing the mincing?
On the boys' team,
Shut up.
Dan turned dictator,
So let's get this in here and turning.
while his men struggled with budget bangers.
We're pushing essentially crap. They're going to taste rancid.
Freshly made this morning at 3 a.m.
Joanna's girls went up market,
£6, and they are gourmet sausages.
and their sales sizzled.
Get you some change. Done.
Girls, we are on fire.
While the boys' results fizzled.
Anyone up for a barbecue?
Would you like to buy some sausages?
In the boardroom, victory for the girls.
Good start for a tough task.
Dan faced the fury of his team.
No one knew what their job was. Everybody knew what their job was. If you were listening, you would have known what your job was.
First, Raleigh,
I was let down by a team leader who's like a bull in a china shop.
then Stuart.
How many sausages did you make yesterday?
What I did was I managed a team that produced over 1,100 sausages.
That's, on a calculator, naught.
There ain't been a good word spoken about you by anybody yet.
Dan became the first casualty of the boardroom.
Dan, you're fired.
Now 15 remain to fight for the chance to become the apprentice. (5:30 a.m).
Good morning.
Lord Sugar would like you to go to Heathrow's Terminal 5. The cars will pick you up in 30 minutes.
Thank you.
30 minutes, Heathrow Terminal 5.
Hopefully we're going somewhere nice. So you may be going to the Caribbean.
Guys, 5 minutes.
We've got to show the girls that we can.
Yeah. We have got to beat those girlies.
And we are not going back in that boardroom. At all.
Terminal 5. Gateway to hundreds of destinations, business and pleasure. Here to greet the teams, Nick, Karen, and via video link, Lord Sugar.
Good morning. Sorry I can't be with you. I've got some pressing business to deal with. Now, you may be wondering what you're doing at an airport terminal. Well, the bad news is don't get too excited because you ain't going anywhere. Now, beach holidays are big business, whether it's in Bermuda or Bognor. People are prepared to spend a lot of money before they go on holiday to make sure they have a relaxing and stress-free time. So, your task today is to design and to produce a new beach accessory and then pitch it in front of 3 retailers that I've lined up for you. The team that clocks up the most amount of orders with retailers is going to win, and the team that loses, one of you in that team will be fired. As you can see, the boys are a man down. Unfortunately, Raleigh has had to go home due to an emergency family matter, and I'm sure you'll join me when I say our thoughts are with them. But for the rest of you, it's business as usual. As your last boardroom involving the boys was a bit heated, I'm going to send Stella over to the boys' team to keep you in check. So, off you go, and I'll see you back in this boardroom.
2 days to transform holidays by designing a totally original beach accessory, then selling it to some of the country's biggest retailers.
What I want to do is organise you all and get everyone gelled together. You know, we're going to win this thing.
Getting a grip on the boys. City banker Stella.
I've been working with men for years. I work with men who, you know, serious businessmen who know what they're doing. These guys are quite young, frankly. So I have no problem whatsoever in whipping these boys into shape. Absolutely not. We've got to pull together, and if there's any disagreements, you know, I'm just not going to put up with that. Yeah.
For the girls, the youngest steps up. 22-year-old Laura.
Yeah, I mean, my background isn't in this industry, but I have done product design before.
I need to know that everybody thinks I am the best person with my skill set. You know,
you
my
are
background.
100%. I bet totally.
Yeah. I have proved myself as a business person by personally bringing in £500,000 worth of business in my recent job. And I think I'm a great leader. I can adapt to any sort of personality that's thrown at me.
I like the idea of when you're on holiday at the beach.
Okay, right. If I'm just going to start on how I would do this, you never ever go in straight designing a product. In product design ever. Okay, I know everyone's got loads of ideas and we can hear them in a second.
Applying sun cream. I have so much trouble trying to put it on my back. Can you imagine, like, some long hand or something, put some cream on that?
Okay, does anyone else have any other ideas?
Whenever I go to the beach, my biggest bugbear is you get a nice bottle of water and it's warm within seconds. And what I always do is I get my bottle of water and I use it as a pillow.
Yeah. So how about...
So what's the point here? Are we talking about a product that keeps a drink cool?
And that can double up as a pillow.
What you could do, could we not do something like actually have a towel with something bit like a compartment built in?
It could keep your liquids cool. You roll it up, roll it into the bag, it's got a waterproof zip, off you go swimming, off you go home.
Has anybody got any objections to this idea? Because I'm not hearing anything else.
I would actually, personally, I would buy Jamie's towel.
I'm happy with the decision, we've made it, let's just move on, okay?
Like a bum bag that's watertight.
I think to keep your valuables in as well.
It's almost like a microfiber towel. I don't know the actual name of it.
I really
I think we're going more toward a really sort of easy, relaxing seat that's cheap to build, that looks cool.
Girls, I'm just going to speak over you. I'm sorry to be rude. I've got an idea. I really think reading books, I don't know about you, but when you've not let me finish. When I'm reading a book, then I'd love to have something that probably holds it, or something that makes it more easier so I can have my hands free.
Okay, but the book idea isn't hooking me. Everyone's going to have their favourites at the moment, and we can all reconvene afterwards, and then we can probably narrow down onto one of the product ideas.
11:30 a.m. Packed off to the seaside by Stella, Chris, Christopher, and recently redundant creative Alex.
I've just thought now, you know, the beach box, the beach mate, the beach station.
So like cushion cool, maybe?
You could call it the cooler or cool, C-U-U-L, and put, you know what you put the Swedish, like, you know the word Uber, they put the 2 dots above the U.
Put like an eye on the end.
Yeah, coolie, yeah.
Coolie, yeah. People go, oh, coolie, put it in the coolie.
Exactly.
You know, no, I'll put it in the cool. Put it in the coolie for us. Have you got the coolie, bring it to the beach.
Exactly. You've got to take a risk. It's like Lord Sugar himself, you know, they launched, I think, the UK's first video phone, and it didn't take off straight away. But, you know, Lord Sugar and his team had the confidence and that risk-taking hunger to go for it and to try it.
It's about being a trendsetter, not follower. You've got to stand out from the crowd, I totally agree.
Name agreed, time to try it on the Sunseekers of Bognor.
We're come up with the name Coolie, C-U-U-L-I, and if you look at the 2 U's, they've got 2 little eyes, so they look like smiley faces. So what do you think of the name Coolie?
It just doesn't work for me at all, I don't know why. I've no idea.
That was very positive.
That's what positive. Like you say, the name, we had a guy which disagreed. It's going to be a mum who buys this product.
It's not for like taking you like a 6-pack of beers in and whatever else.
To bring their ideas to life, they get a team of designers. Ready to brief theirs, Stella and the rest of her boys.
The best way to describe it is a towel, a beach towel, with a pillowcase added on top. Okay. Now inside the pillowcase, rather than being a conventional pillow, will be, I don't know if you've seen it, there's gel that you can keep in your freezer, and you shove your bottle of water in it and it keeps it cool.
You've got to earn respect, and I think people are starting to see that when I open my mouth, I'm not holding back, and if I've got something on my mind that I need to say, I have to say it. I'm like a champagne bottle who will explode if I don't get it out of my system, so I've got to tell people.
Yeah, what happens when you run off the beach, you know, glistening, muscles, soaking wet, pick the towel up to dry yourself, all your bottles of wine and everything come with it.
Okay, so, going back to the concept.
We were thinking around the idea of a waterproof case for your valuables on the beach.
It's not a bad idea, but I'm pretty sure it's been done.
Oh, right.
In the girls' design studio, project manager Laura, still struggling with her team to find an original idea. While, barefoot on Brighton Beach, Liz, Paloma and Sandesh search for inspiration.
What about coolers for in the hat?
We thought about sun protection, for example, so maybe cooling packs for your skin.
I don't think that would really take off.
No,
no,
not so keen.
A bit impractical.
Okay, so another idea, protection for your feet, the heat of the sand, a foot glove, effectively.
You'd be going against an awful lot of products that are already existing.
Yeah. Okay.
Our biggest concern right now is that we haven't collectively as a team actually solidified our product choice, and if we don't define that in the next 20 or 30 minutes, we could be in big problems.
2:30 p.m. Half an hour left to submit an idea so a prototype can be made overnight.
We were also thinking, I know I keep going back onto it, but something to do with books. What about when people are reading books?
We're going around something here that is not the first thing I think of when I think beach problem. I don't think book.
I'm happy with the book reader because it's unique.
No research pointing towards it.
Sometimes you'll sit up on the sunbed and you'll sit to the side and you'll probably have the book in front of you normally, don't you? This product's going to make it easier for you to read a book. You need to actually see it.
I'm really trying, but I just can't see it as a...
Laura,
I know it's a
problem.
I'm just not sure I can go forward with this. I just don't know if I can, I'm sorry. I'm making a decision. We're going with the book and we're going to design it now.
There we go. There we go. You've made a decision. Well done, Laura.
As project manager, you really have to be able to make decisions. And this has left them no time at all to be able to design the product. How this is going to end up looking, nobody knows.
Hello?
Hello. How are things over there?
The ideas that we had were just not unique enough, and we've had to go with the unique idea.
So we've kind of moved on at the moment to the book idea, a reading aid on the beach, and it's got this madam.
All right, Laura, are you absolutely 100% confident on that?
Guys, we've done it. We can't go back. We had 10 minutes to design a product, so we can't talk any more about ideas. We've got to try and make the one we've got as good as possible.